Merry Christmas, Littlefoot. How you doing? It did go good. How about yourself? Well, you're in quick. Literally, I think I just hit the button. I got some mail days to open, so figured I might as well jump on and get those done. I haven't streamed in about a week or so, so I don't know where everything is here. How's everything sound and look? We good on the technical stuff? Yeah. I mean, there's always the upside and downside to it. So we're going to open this. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think I know what it is. But I don't recognize, I guess, the return address. But it is a what not buy, so. I got a good idea that I do know what it is. And I don't know how well this camera is going to pick everything up. I think it's a little on the bigger side. Come on, Gold. So it was definitely, get this out of the way, you can probably see, an old Littleton book, I guess. Is that just a packing thing, or it almost feels like there's something in here. There is something in here. So I just thought this was something, just a packing thing, but oh, no. This was I did make 2 purchases out of this stream. I forgot. So, the first one, and I don't know if I paid that for it or not, but I picked up another Stone Mountain. They got it in AU 53, so, and it does look pretty good. We'll get it under the closer camera here at some point. And then, I don't know, what is this? Is this just... Did I buy this stuff, or they're just giving me this? I don't know nothing about foreign. What does that say? 80 years this year, huh? Oh, is this the Netherlands? Yeah, I think it's a Netherlands coin. Kind of cool. And then this one here. What is this? Rio. Who the heck knows? It's from 1929, though, from the looks of it. But this was the main thing. Well, that Stone Mountain was one of my main buys. But this was the main thing. I think this is an old Littleton. So that's just the auction number thing. So this was said to have everything but the Type 2 stuff. So I don't... That's just packing. Oh, there's gloves in there. There's the old... I wonder if this book originally came with coin gloves. Bella Forge, good evening. So it's an old Littleton. Definitely an old Littleton. Oh, there's a cool... These got some cool tone to them. Field S79 proof is down there. That one says... Yeah, I guess that does look like a proof coin there. There's a proof there, 81. These have obviously been in here for a while. Oh, so welcome in. So this doesn't have even the spots for the Type 2s from the looks of it. Let's get the close camera going and we'll start pulling some of these out of here. I thought I was going to maybe just get rid of the book, but now I don't know. All right, let's see if that'll work. Look at the tone on that one. 79, Denver. Of course, all of it's not tone, I don't think. I think some of it might be... Yeah, it doesn't look like that's wiping off too much. I may put this book back together. So a 79 Philly. Is that the... Did they sell me a close rim? Dude, I think they... They sold a wide rim in here. That looks awfully close. They did. That's the first wide rim near date I have. I certainly didn't expect it to be in a book that I bought. That is one. Because, yep, there's a 79 Philly. There's the regular. And there's the near, so holy smokes, that deserves a hit button. I did not think the near date was going to be in the book. Let's pull this stuff out of here. There's a real toned up 79 clear S. And a straight. Oh, look at the toning. Look at the toning on that. That's pretty cool. It's got a little gunk on the backside, it looks like. Yeah. So they're not all in great shape. Is the exclamation mark first or supposed to come at? Oh, it's coin. Littlefoot, it's coins. It's not points. I changed the command to coins. And I don't know why slots didn't work there. Who tried slots and it didn't work? Didn't run. Oh, so. I think that's the, yeah, that's the filled S. I got a sharp looking 99 Philly here. I think slots have to be at least, I think you have to do at least 10. That's a nice looking. $99 proof. And that's one of the more expensive ones if you have it in high grade. In a slab, but I can see right now there's a scratch under her eye. Which is a little unfortunate. But a pretty cool book, though, I will say. I don't know. It says there's an 81 clear S and an 81 filled S in here. Yeah. which one means... Oh, no. Okay. So there's an 81. These have been in there for a while. I don't know if that... Some of that stuff isn't going to come off, but... So that was a pretty cool book. I don't know. I'm pretty keen about that. Some cool coins in there. I didn't realize it was going to have the an example of the near date in it. I wonder so this is an old Littleton book, but does it tell me what year this book is from? It doesn't really say. Anyways, all right. There's one mail day. Let's rip another. Ah, Littlefoot. You got 3 quarters. That'll trigger a quarter hunt here. Let's do that now then. And right now, quarters are all I got for rolls, so probably good you hit that. Let's do a quarter. Let's do a quick quarter roll. That was a good win too for slots actually there, Little. I don't think there was anything on the end. This just came off the end. 97. Don't look like there's anything. What's the other end? Looks like a newer one on this end. Looks like a Denver, North Carolina, 2001. Well, I was going to do the other mail day, but Littlefoot triggered the quarter roll hunt, so and I just threw 2 of them on the floor, so all right, let's see, what have 23, don't look like there's any die chip up in her hair. Here's this 85 Philly. Another 23. There's an 82. Not in a good shape though, so probably not a saver. 90. So what'd you get for oh, there's a 19. What is that? I want to make sure that wasn't a W. What'd you get for Christmas, Littlefoot? Anything cool? I got a bunch of coins. Actually, like pocket change to look through. Ooh, that one was close. That's close. So close, but so far. Another close one, 67. Gunk on it. Denver, Ohio for 02. $70 Denver. $25. 18 Philly. $13 fillet. I think that's the first time anybody's ever triggered a roll hunt. I think that's the first time anybody's hit 3 in a row, or 3 of a kind. Let's see, where? Okay, here's. Not the greatest looking roll of quarters, is it? $67, and a couple 60s in there though, but not the 60 we're looking for. Is $14 what a silver quarter's at now? Little 99. Gotta get it. I have to hold it at the right spot, otherwise it doesn't quite focus. Another 01. 1435 at the moment. Crazy. No spitting horse. At least not with the naked eye. Denver 01. 28.69 for a half. I'm not a big Morgan collector, so I think I'm gonna probably list some Morgans on my whatnot. Just probably a little bit over melt. Just because I don't really collect them. I should probably hang on to some of them because they came from my grandfather and his collection, but I don't know. I'll think about it a little bit more. Yeah, looks like another 6 quarters here. Can't tell if the saddle horn is doubled or not. No burning building or planes. 61, yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to decide if I want to keep them in my collection just for the sake of keeping them. Because, like I said, I do not buy Morgans. I don't collect them at all. So essentially, it's not something that gets PC'd. All right. Let's go back and do this. This, I think I know what it is, and I think I've got at least one of these. I'm going to try to get in this without wrecking it in case I'm right on what it is. Yes, and I did. The blade did not touch the box, so. Have been lot 43. That's probably going to glare really, really bad, not focus. Postal Commemorative Society, huh? So I bid on this because it had no. A lot of times you'll get these with an address on them and stuff. These are minty. Wow. So there's the 99p. Oh, maybe this is just the Philly. Nope, this thought that was a Philly mint. That's a Denver. Oh, this box has got a little like angled display for it, so that's kind of cool. So these will not be cracked out of here for sending in or grading, just because I don't want to crack this particular set because it's in such good shape. If I remember right, I got into a little bit of a bidding war on this one with somebody in the stream, but I definitely wanted this for my Susan B. Anthony collection. So I'm pretty keyed about that. That's pretty cool. Should we do something crazy out of the realm of coins? Just because this stream's kind of all over the place. I don't think you need to put the kids to bed for this. I think these are all pretty tame. If I remember right. Usually I don't usually get comics that are too risque. If I remember right, there should be a couple of them in here. I do believe I was sitting in a Zenoscope stream. But half the time I forget what I ordered, you know? Forget what you buy. There's at least a couple comics here. Probably should do that. Definitely packaged well. I will give him that. I will give him that. He's definitely packaged well. Oh, so do you need a coin dump? Why am I not able to? All right. Destroying these bags and boards. Trying to get into this. So this one, got this one. Yeah, Grim Fairy Tales. Because we like vampires. Grim Fairy Tales 88. What was this one? Oh yeah, I collect Van Helsing. So this was, oh, this is a one-shot Van Helsing. I have this, but I didn't have this cover. I think I bought this because I was buying. What's this? Grim Fairy Tale. Oh, this is the horror pinup special. So, a all art book. All right. And then these particular ones I bought because I didn't have the individual issues, but I have the hardcover trade paperback, and I've read it. But that's something I'll do is I'll read like the hardcover or like trade paperback or something, and then I'll collect the individual covers. So it's Salem's Daughter, The Haunting. What number is that? Okay, so that's number 4, and this is an old series too. I like this cover on multiple fronts. Pistols, and then obviously. And then what is this? The Haunting number 2. So, alright, there's the comic that I wanted to get open tonight. Alright, Otho. Let me look and see what you got here. I'll dump you some points. You got 12 now, so... I gotta figure out how to add points here. Alright. Alright, see if that went through there. Oh, so you should have some... You should have some playable coins now. Remember, I changed points to coins, so... And I think the slots you have to I think you have to at least bet 10. Let me look. It doesn't tell me there. So, I went to Wells Fargo. Anybody else got Wells Fargo around them? I went to Wells Fargo today with about $300, maybe almost $400 worth of coins in some nickel rolls, quarters. And then I do the small dollars. I actually, obviously. So, it was a mix of about $300-400. They will not exchange customer rolled, coin rolls for bank rolled anymore. You used to be able to do it. Now they will not do it. It sounds like it's something that's going to kind of run the the board across all Wells Fargos eventually. And the only way they will let rolled coins out of their bank is if you have a business account. Luckily, I do have a business account, so I can order coins just on the premise of I need coins for my business, and I will hunt them. So be that. I am going to fire up the scope because I want to scope a little bit tonight. I got a bunch of pocket change money for Christmas, and my mother-in-law gave me, she got 2 nickel rolls for me. I don't believe she knew that these are 2025. Well, that one, it's hard to tell, but it's in such good shape. I believe it. That one is too. But both of these enders are 2025s, so I'm thinking those are both 2025 rolls. So essentially nothing to hunt there. Alright, I'm going to take this over here. Let's see. Oh, that is bright for some reason. I don't understand why. Was this the... That looks like a close one to me. That's a proof. I think I took the other 79p out. This one's actually pretty cool toned. Now that camera's not even picking up that toning really. It's definitely got like, it's almost starting to gold. I mean, if you, let's see if I put it next to a proof. I mean, that's obviously a proof, but you can see how it's kind of definitely going different. Definitely going different there. I would definitely say that's the wide rim near date. I got some stickers with my comics, but I don't know if I can show them. I guess they're not that bad. He sends stickers with his comics. I like that sticker. I gotta figure somewhere to put that one. Yeah, the wide rim or close date is only on the 79 Philly. Let's see. How good of shape or not good of shape does this one look in? I mean, the field's not bad. And God We Trust is in good shape. So the field is not bad, but I think she's got quite a bit of chatter. Yeah, she's got some good chatter in her face and stuff, so... Little bit of damage maybe in this end. I don't know, that might come. Oh, yeah. I just moved it, so a little bit of, so not in bad shape. Let's see what they're red booking at anyways. I mean, they're not extremely expensive, but they hold a little bit of premium. 79 Philly wide rim. So $22 in an MS63. This is just out of the red book though. If you can find one in MS67, it's $1,200. Now I don't know what PCGS population and price guide is going to say about it, but I do like some of the toning that are in some of these. I mean, this one's cool. I wish the back wasn't so, you know, it's got not toning, but almost like a tarnish a little bit, but the obverse has got a real cool tone to it. It looks dull on the camera, it looks like, the outside edge, but in person it's still got a little bit of luster. It's just got a subdued luster. I don't know. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. I got it on the right screen. What is this? Maybe this is from Great Britain. I have no idea. Cool, from 1929 though. Almost completely forgot. Let's look at I redo these anyways. Let's get this stone mountain out. I think to do the top, you can still do top points. I don't think I changed that command. Oh, it's just top. There's no coins behind it. Just do exclamation mark top. That'll give you the points. Top coin holders. Well, that don't look too bad. There you got it. Somebody triggered it a little. Oh yeah, it was you. Holy smokes, Littlefoot. You are number one. I didn't realize you were number one. So, pretty excited about that pickup. Not a bad looking stone mountain there. Still pretty detailed, in my opinion. All right, I am going to bag of nickels that just came out of somebody's change drawer. We're gonna search these for a little bit since I've got to get new actual rolls. Search a handful of these. I just wanted to jump on tonight and do a little bit of scoping. Does heist all work? I guess it might. I don't know if heist all works. Did it already run then? Or is it thinking? Is it thinking? You're a professional Streamlab gambler? You must be. You got 11,000 coins in my room. And I don't stream that often. Oh, you're on cooldown. Oh, okay. Does it tell you that you're on cooldown? I don't see that where it says that you're on cooldown. Well, now with all those Susan B. Anthony's tonight that I opened up, I'm going to have some logging into the collection to do. So have you slowed down a little bit then, Littlefoot, on buying silver and you're waiting to see if it pulls back a little bit. Well, I only took, let's see, how many I take out of that book. And I might put these back in that book just to keep that book, because I didn't realize that book was complete. There's no open spots in that old Littleton book. So these might go back in there. And, you know, because I've got a new Dansko book started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I pulled 9 out. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there was essentially 18 Susan B. Anthony's in this book. But like I said, the book is so complete. I thought I was going to be buying it and then basically pulling them, you know, and throwing the book away. But I was just going to be putting the Susan B. Anthony's in my collection, and maybe using them in my new book. But this is so complete. I mean, the envelope, hard to see on this. Look. The envelope, the white envelope is in it, and you can see that it's got like plastic there that has the white gloves. The white gloves are still in this thing. So it's like, this probably should just be kept as a collection piece. Like I said, I don't know when this book is from, but it is definitely an older one. So I think those are going to go back into that actual book. Here's an older looking nickel. It looked old, but it definitely was not. You're at 10,000 coins even. I haven't even really turned on YouTube tonight. Is Luke hunting in anything tonight? I know a lot of streamers kind of end up off schedule because of the holiday and what it is right now, just the day after Christmas and stuff. It don't look clear to me. That's better. We'll do a couple of these nickels and then I'll pull out some of the what looks to be the older ones. And then I think I'm going to grab some wheat pennies out of my wheat penny stash, because those have to be gotten through too. Yeah. Seen better days on that one. I typically keep 60s, but I don't think I'm keeping that 60. Gotten to the point of understanding that you cannot keep everything. You have to let stuff go. You have to turn searched coins into new rolls of coins. Didn't look at the back. That went in the wrong. Let's see. Let's find a couple. There's a 79er. Seen better days. Anybody still hanging out, or is it just me now? Guess it's just me hanging out. 76. Is there anything in here that looks a little old? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to need to keep that one. Definitely an ender. Alright, a couple more out of here, and then I'm going to call it good on this bag. I don't know if I'll find anything old in here or not. Last one out of this bag. 66. That's definitely cool. Somebody did something to that. I think I'll keep that just for the fact that I don't know what that's all about. Do a handful of Wheaties. Yeah, better looking 58. Huh? there's a 52. Pocket change hit. Come on, a pocket change. D. What is a 52D? What is a 52D? Third. $30 million on a 52D. Well, at least we own something tonight. Coach playing slots. You lost your 104. Yes, happy holidays. Same to you. Was it a good couple days for you? Hopefully you and the family are all well. We're going through a little under the weather at the house. My daughter's been sick for probably more than a week and a half, 2 weeks. She just went in today and I guess she's got a severe ear infection. But I think she got some antibiotics and stuff. I think she's probably going to end up being better. Just going through some pocket change right now. And then, I don't know, I'm going to switch to something here. I don't know what I'm going to switch to. Going to 52 nickel. Which is good. Which is a good pocket change find. Nice holiday. 4 a.m. this morning. Yeah, well, the nice thing is she's 17, so it's not like having a 2-year-old with it. She pretty much is not whiny, so. A little easier than having a toddler with it, I'm guessing. Or at least from what I can remember. Yeah, we just kind of had laid back. That was copper. We had a laid back 2 days. You know, the kids being older and stuff. Christmas has kind of changed over the years. But I guess that's what happens. Waiting for the games tomorrow. We'll see how the pack can do tomorrow night. Yeah, I just vaguely remember, the kids being little with ear infections and sinus infections and stuff. It was never all that much fun, I can tell you that. All right, let's grab a handful of pennies out of this bag that I see a dime in. Yeah, I mean, you hate to see him go down. I mean, it does. It changes everything. I don't know. Granted, we made the playoffs now because of the Minnesota's win last night. I don't know if we're good enough to really do too much in the playoffs this year. I would feel more like we could probably pull something off if Parsons was maybe still playing. But the defense is still good. I mean, that's one thing I do believe is that the defense is still a decent defense. You ain't got Parsons. But, it was still going to be, I don't want to say a top 5 defense, but you were still going to be a decent defense, I think. And I agree with the point that was being made that, you basically got ready for this whole year without Parsons, during the off season. So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, yes, exactly. You are absolutely right. They're good right now. Parsons made them great. We'll see how tomorrow's night goes. I think they're going to play to win tomorrow night. and then basically wait and see what Chicago does on Sunday night. Because if Chicago loses Sunday night, then you might play to win again in the last game. I didn't even look at the. That's a wide. That is a wide. Because I'm thinking, here's my take: is if, let's say we win tomorrow night, and then Chicago wins on Sunday night, use week 17 to rest. You know, don't play Jacobs. I mean, give whoever you want a rest. Give them a rest. Let them rest. Don't even play to win, because it ain't going to change anything. You know, if truly there's no seeding difference off of that game. But I think there's a shot. I think there's still a little bit of a shot for a run at the division, because if Chicago has two very losable games, they could definitely lose to San Francisco, and then it all depends on how much Detroit wants to play, you know. Because Detroit ain't got nothing to play for except being a spoiler. So I guess we will see. I'm still confident. I think we could win a playoff game. You know, it's just, can we win 3 playoff games? That 81 looked better than better with the naked eye than it did under the scope. But you know, that's the thing too. Somebody, you can get hot. You know, we did it in 2010. Got hot, won it all the way from the 7th seed. So it's not like it can't be done. It's just, there's some good teams. I mean, the Rams are really good, in my opinion. There's the old 17p. The only penny a P was actually put on. Not worth keeping though. Couple more pennies here. Cents, if you call them that. And I'll kind of decide what I'm going to do. I think it's time to open a pack of something. Coach, are you here? I'll give you the pick. Two pennies left in this little handful. Yeah, I don't think anybody's here. I don't think anybody's here, so let's see. What do I want to open? Let's open a mosaic. Alright, we're going to open a mosaic pack. First, let's take a look and see where the pack or cards are for the year. We're getting down to the end of the year. This will be the 10th pack. We are on no current streak, so gotta hit a packer here to get a new streak started. Tua on the back. Devon Archain. There is a Shedeur Sanders rookie card. I know somebody who might want that. A Colts Riley Leonard rookie card. That must be some kind of fancy insert of some sort, or parallel. And a, what is that? A Epic Performers with Jamar Chase. And a T. Higgins base card. And then that should be Tua. Yeah, that's Tua. Yep. Deion Sanders. So we'll sleeve up Riley Leonard for sure. And then we'll sleeve up Sanders because I actually know somebody who might want that, and I owe them some cards, at least a card or two. So I know somebody might want that. Yeah, now Philip Rivers needs a 2025 card. Yeah, you're right. I'm guessing because of when he came back and stuff, he won't. And I'm guessing he ain't gonna play next year. I'm guessing this is a 1-year deal for him. So basically 2 hits in that. Alright, I'm sitting on these 2, Coach. I got 2 packs of these. Let's rip one. I've been sitting on these for a while. I don't know if there's anything huge in any of these anymore. I'm hoping for. These come in colors, if I remember right. You get a certain whole pack of a certain color. I'm hoping they're black. No, we have a landfall. Landfall. Is there a pull thing on this somewhere? Looks like there's supposed to be. I don't know, I'm gonna cut it. Alright. So a landfall. I mean it's gonna be green, all green. No, there's a mythic. Hard to see, but we got a mythic. Let's go from the back, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right. I forget. These are the packs that you're gonna get a bunch of lands, and then you're gonna get green cards, right? So a thriving grove. Now we're gonna get into our evolving wilds. Boy, it's been a long time since I've opened up Magic. Territorial Sith Cat. Common. Snapping Gnarl Lid. Retreat to Kazandu. Croson Tusker. Comes the uncommons. Oh, maybe one uncommon, because now we went to a Kazandu Stomper. Kazandu Nectar Pot. Canopy Baloth? Baloth? Cool art. Cool art on that one. I do like that art. Not a big green fan, but the uncommon Bond of Flourishing. A common Bite Down. So this is rare, I think. Is it? No. Sutina, Speaker of the Tarjuru. And so this is a mythic. I don't know if there's a good mythic or not. Ancient Green Warden? I don't know. It's probably a $2 card. Let me look. Let's go to Scribe. Ancient Green Ward. Search. Oh, maybe it's not that bad of a card. Is that 627? Yeah, that's 627. Where's 627? Jumpstart 627. 1268. So yeah, that's an alright hit, I guess. I don't really do too much with green, so throw it up. That'll be on a whatnot listing. Almost a $13 card. I don't remember what I paid for the pack. You can't complain about that, though. Do I have any other coins that need to be searched? Let's look at these Susan B. Anthony's that I did the mail day opening on. Just to make sure there ain't a error there somewhere. Is all the holiday stuff kind of winding down for you then, Coach? Of course, then I was going to say it kicks back up for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and stuff, but it really doesn't for us either. We don't really do that much. We are definitely the stay home. The stay home type on that night for sure. We'll give these Susan B's toning on this one is actually kind of cool. Is that a hair or scratch? That was a hair. I'm guessing I'm not going to find too much on these Susan B's just because they're not typically a lot. This toning's actually cool. Slowing down. We stay, yeah. Stay home too. Kind of a tradition to do a movie. That's cool. I do. I haven't really been a big toner fan, but you occasionally see some coins that they do have a cool look to them. Like I said, I don't know if you were in here when I was showing this, and the camera probably doesn't do it justice, but I do like that. Every now and then I run into a Susan B or a nickel that, it's not tarnished. It's truly got a tone to it. Wrong. I think these ended up kind of toning that way because they were probably in that book for a while. See any major errors sticking out on that. And this one's the one that's actually kind of got a gold to it. You know, if I put a typical one next to it, it's really kind of got itself kind of a gold look to it. This might be one of my favorite buys, actually. Is this set of Susan B's. Yeah, there's that. I think it was the first one I looked at was the close one. This book had everything in it. It had the near date and the far date. I don't know if you picked up on the fact that that first one was a near date. Yeah, I saw online somewhere. Might have been a YouTube video or something. Somebody was talking about, I want to say that the SBA that was struck on essentially the Sacagawea planchet. And I got this one. This one's got a little bit of tone. The toning's different with this one. It's almost more of a faded tone. I'm starting to appreciate the toning of coins more as I, you know, this almost strikes me. This was a proof. This that ended up toning. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a proof, but it is. It's proof that was toned. Not in bad shape as far as contact marks. It's actually in pretty good shape. The gold colored one, 79. So this is it. And it doesn't, I mean, I don't think it shows. Well, yeah, you can kind of probably see on the screen that it has a very good gold tone to it. But I think it was the right color. I mean, you can see some of the, you know, I think this is truly toning. But when you put it next to, like I said, I did it a minute ago. When you put it next to a typical, I just think it's got a real even toning to it going on. I could be wrong. I don't know. Do you know what it's supposed to weigh if it's the air? Without me looking it up. I think these proofs have seen a little, not circulation, but I think these proofs have seen a little bit of banging around, to tell you the truth. Although I'm impressed with their face on this one, because a lot of times, you know, it's the highest point on the obverse, so. I mean, I almost am at the point where I'm not even worried about finding high grade proofs anymore because I have graded 70s. Oh, the error was 99? Okay. Yeah, I'd have to look that up too. There's a little bit of chatter under her eye. I'm almost getting to the point where it's like, do I need to keep buying Susan B. Anthony's? Because I have so much of them now that, I mean, there's a couple that I want to get still, but like after a while, you just start getting a bunch of stuff you already got. But this book was cool. You weren't in here earlier when I opened up the book. 79. I call it Blob S, but type 1S. I don't know. I probably will never quit buying Susan B's. I don't know. I think they're. I had a sheet here. I had a sheet that laid out how low all the mintages were in Susan B. I don't know. I think people overlook them. So all those coins, Coach, came out of this Susan B. Anthony Old Littleton book that I just opened today. And I was amazed. It still has, it's hard to see because this isn't a wide enough camera, the envelope in the book, and still has, I don't know if this came with the white gloves like this when you bought this book, but I'm guessing this book is darn near the way it was, but it doesn't really say when this book. There's a 2000 date right here, so maybe this book is from 2000. I don't know, but so I took all these coins out of here, and it, so it the coins you see are on the other page, but it had the far date and the near date, and it had the proofs. I mean, you can still see that there's coins in here that still got good toning to them. There you can kind of get a little bit of the. There's still a couple proofs in here. I pulled the plastic out of this bottom, so I got one 1980 is flopping around here. I better watch what I'm doing with that. So I thought this book was kind of cool once I opened it, because I thought it was an old SBA book that I was just gonna like rip the coins out of and see what condition they were, and see if there was anything good enough to go, because this is my brand new one that I just bought not too long ago, that I've been working on building with good condition Susans. Out of, I don't think any of these have been cracked out of mint sets though, because that's kind of my kind of the way I do it, is I'll try to get mint sets. And then keep one or two mint sets actually together, and then use one to crack, either for putting into the book or send it in. And then I don't know if you saw this. This was my other purchase of the day. Not today, but I opened it today. Pretty decent condition Stone Mountain. They had AU53 on this. I don't, I'm not a grader, but it's not bad, that's for sure. Well, I've got an absolute mess here now with everything that I opened. I got this too. I don't think you... A lot of times when I come on right away, I'll do a... no, it's a commem. It's a 1925 commemorative Stone Mountain. What do I have? I have 2 Stone Mountains now. It's kind of one of my collection chases that I will buy multiples of over time for sure, because it is a commemorative of the Civil War. I believe that is, I forget off the top of my head, but it's Robert E. Lee and one of his other generals. Forget the other general's name. But then I got this, which I'm pretty excited about getting, because this is in nice shape. This I'm going to keep intact. These will not be broke out of here. Even though these could probably get a pretty good grade. But I don't want to break it for sending in. There's a little bit of toning starting at the north of that coin. But I just like the set too much. Even the box is kind of cool. The insert of the box is kind of... It's got an angle so you can have the box open and the envelopes kind of sit up in it. So that's just going to go on the shelf. Yeah, I don't know if my other Stone Mountain is nicer. Let me grab it. I have it on the display case. So I think this one's got a little better color. This one's got a little bit, it's darkened a little bit more. So I don't know which one I like better. I think I like this one better. Just because I like the color of it a little bit better. But so Stone Mountain will be another thing that, I'm going to end up buying. And it's over time, I will have several of them in the collection that will eventually be the boys. Stonewall, yes. Yep. You're right. It's supposed to be Robert E. Lee and then Jackson. You are right. For some reason, I don't know why Stonewall Jackson slipped my mind. I think I'm running out of top loaders for some reason. Time to hit the card store again, I guess. Get a supply of top loaders. It's kind of a cool Riley Leonard card. Rookie Mosaic. Somebody will want it for $2, I'm guessing. Yeah, you see the Let me see if I can put this in. Well, that's a proof. Those are proofs, so. But like, see how that one is like completely kind of gold toned? Or these two kind of have the rim going. That's a proof. So now I got to put these back in that book because, like I said, I wasn't planning on keeping this book, but because I thought it was kind of when I bought it, I thought it was kind of a junk book from the way they made it sound. But it's actually kind of cool that it's complete and it's old. Alright, what am I at here? I've been on for a while. Just broke 2 hours. Think I'm going to call it a stream. I got through some coins. Let's see. We'll do 10 more. We'll do 3, 4, 5, 3. I'll do 10 more wheat ones just to get another 10 out of the bag. Come on, we got to find a dye chip. I'm kind of surprised I didn't find a dye chip on the first handful of Wheaties that I did tonight. Of course, you don't find something every night. Yeah, Coach, if you're taking off, have a good night. Have a good new year. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Wow, is that bee big? Wow. I'll have to look at a 56 and see if there was doubling on Liberty at all. I don't see doubling. I just see it being bigger than it should be. Always appreciate it when you stop in. It's always nice. Have somebody stop in, chit chat with. Like I said, I just kind of hang out and do a whole lot that's not too exciting to anybody. But enjoy the conversation. Raz. Well, you just popped in, man. I was almost going to call it, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to do another handful or 10 Wheaties out of the Wheatie box. Didn't find anything tonight, really. You missed the Susan B. Anthony buy. Full album of tone stuff, and even got and I didn't realize it was going to be in there, but the wide rim near date was in the book. So needless to say, I was just telling Coach I'm going to keep that book the way it is. I did not buy it with that anticipation, but what was on the L of the last penny? Gunk. It was like gunk. It wasn't an error. Or, it wasn't a chip or anything. I noticed it too. How was the holiday there, Raz? You have a good holiday? I figured you'd show up at some point. I was just thinking to myself, it would be odd to end a stream and not have Raz have stopped in. Did I get a little out of focus here again? Yeah, I've seen that one too. I don't know if it's in one of my books though or not. Really on the Wheaties, I'm looking basically either for really noticeable doubling or just trying to find a die chip or die crack or something. Focus here a little bit. Usually, I mean, I'm trying to think on average, you know, if I sit and go through 30, 40 wheat nickels, I can usually find a die chip somewhere in Liberty. In the Wheaties series. Or I've found a handful of them in the wheat stock too. Like up here I've found some really good ones. I don't know if it matters if you... Oh, I think your slots 24 didn't run because you used a capital S. Or you don't have enough coins now to run slots. But you should have... Yeah, you got 640. I think it might have been the fact that you used a capital. I don't know if it matters or not, but I think it might. Because your other slots for 104 ran. Oh yeah, there is a cooldown. I forget what it is. You're right. Littlefoot was in here tonight too earlier, like when I first got on, and he was playing all kinds of things, and finally something didn't work for him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm on cooldown." I forget that there's that cooldown. Raz, are you still here? So I went to Wells Fargo today. Took like $300 and some in